everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Montefusco and I'm a lover of all things when it comes to makeup, fragrance, and beauty. And today I'm going to be giving you all my first impressions on some makeup brushes that I recently purchased. So I got this set of makeup brushes from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I currently have their Surge palette. Absolutely fell in love with their eyeshadow formula. So I figured that this bundle of synthetic brushes was a good deal, and since I love their eyeshadow so much, I would love to try that palette with these brushes. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about these blending brushes from Blend Bunny, then please keep on watching. All right, so before we get started, I just want to give you an overview of these brushes. I really like how they labeled them and the colors of the handles. So if you look at each brush, you'll see that there's a number on it. So this one is B1, and B1 has the darkest handle. It's a black handle. So basically they're saying this is the brush you should use first. And then as you go on from 1 through 5, the colors get slightly lighter. So B2 is a dark gray, B3 is a lighter gray, B4 is the lightest gray, and then B5 has a white handle. So it's a really easy visual cue on what brushes to use when. Of course, you can just break the rules and use whatever brush you want for whatever purpose you want. But I thought that was a really nice visual cue on when they recommend you use their brushes. So I like that too, and I like the numbering on them. These feel like nice brushes. Are they luxury? No, but they do feel nice. The bristles are plenty soft. They just feel like a nice, good synthetic hair brush. And for the bundle, I'm happy with the deal I got, but of course the real test is going to be using these on the eyes. So I'm going to prime my eyes, and then we're going to go into the Blend Bunny Surge palette because I thought might as well use their eyeshadows with these brushes to really see what I think. All right, my eyes are primed and I'm ready to go. So I think what I'm going to do today is focus a lot on the greens in here. So this is what the palette looks like in case you're unfamiliar. I think I want to mostly use that green column. So I'm first going to go into the shade Alive, which is the second shade in the green column, and I'm going to take B1. Just because I want to use the brushes in the way they recommend them to. And I'm going to take that shade and put it, very much compact into my crease. I normally don't use this kind of method when it comes to blending, but I want to give it a try. Picks up the color very nicely, so that's good. Capping off the excess. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to get a pretty intense crease with this shade. I just want most of it focused in the very inner part of my crease here. I haven't really looked up specifically what these brushes are meant to, how they're meant to be used, just because I want to give you my first impressions, as a makeup enthusiast, not a blending expert by any means. And I want to see how they would perform in the way that I would use them as, a consumer and an eyeshadow fanatic. So that is what I'm doing here. I feel like that looks nice on my right eye, right? It packed the color in nicely. It blended out the edges just a bit, but I am not mad at that at all, so cool. Now I thought I'd do the same thing to my left eye. And by the way, if you all haven't tried Blend Bunny's eyeshadow formula, I can only speak to the Surge palette, but I know their OG palette, the Blends palette, has really good reviews as well. Their mattes are phenomenal. This is probably, it's definitely my favorite rainbow colorful palette. I just think it's so unique how they have these columns with all of these different shades, different tones of the same shade, so you can really get a good blend. I just thought it was a really good creative idea that I haven't really seen anyone do before. And I know their original palette is set up in a similar way as well. So I thought it was really cool. And that's why I decided to purchase from them. And I do have a video with a review of the palette if you are interested. you can check that out. But I have used it a lot since then, and I do really enjoy it. All right, so that's using that first brush. I want to show you all like a close-up of the brush. So this is what it looks like. It's tapered at the ends. It's a little bit fluffy. It's pretty densely packed, and it was really nice to get into that inner crease and just pack in that green color. So I do like this brush. I think it is really good for that purpose. So now I'm going to take B2, and I want to go into the shade Locked, which is in that first row. It's that green, and I want to go into the very, very, very inner part of my crease with that shade to just really pack the color in there. So that's what I'm going to do next. Just going to tap very gently, tap off the excess. This one's extremely densely packed. It's very small, but it is getting the color really, really into the crease, which is good. So no complaints there. So that was B2. As you can see, just a very densely packed kind of like pencil brush looking thing. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background. But this is what the brush looks like. It was really good for going really, really deep into the crease and just, you know, going in there. I also feel like this would be good on the lower lash line. It could be good for the outer corner maybe if you want to get like really specific, but that's a good brush as well. And then I think I'm going to use B3 in my outer corner. It's a pencil brush that's a little bit bigger and tapered. So this is B2 and this is B3. So I don't think I'm going to use B3 right now. But let me go into B4. This is another just like crease brush, excuse me. It's like a blending brush. And now I want to go into the shade Chemistry, which is this neon green, and we're going to start blending out the edges of the crease. Oh yeah, I love this neon green. It's a lot of fun. Just going on the outer part of the crease just to get it blended with that neon color. I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. I like how small these brushes are, because you can get extremely, extremely detailed in your crease, which is not something I'm normally used to doing. But I feel like if you have hooded eyes or slightly hooded eyes, this set would probably be really good for you because of how small the brushes are. You can really become super detailed with your crease. If you're not a fan of that like big blown out crease, if you want a bit more depth and interest in there, I feel like this could be a really good brush set for you. Also, if you have been interested in some of the rougher brushes that are smaller, but you don't want to spend that kind of money, or you don't use natural hair, this seems like a good synthetic option so far. And then last but not least, we're gonna go into the biggest blending brush, which is B5. And I'm gonna take that lightest shade, Hint, which is on the top row, and we're just gonna blend again the edge of the crease where I just put that neon green shade. And then I think the crease will be done, which is very exciting. There we go. So that is the crease with the brushes. I really enjoy how this turned out. This is a bit more detailed than what I would normally do in my crease. Normally I do 2 to 3 colors max. This was 4, so it was a lot. But I think now I want to do my outer corner, and I think I'm going to go into B3 to do that. So this is that tapered sort of looking pencil brush. I just want to get this dark color called Lush. It's this really, really dark green, and I want to tap that on the very outer corner, and then just, again, probably blend it out with one of the other brushes. Yeah, that's doing a good job packing the color. and being, again, very precise with it. Yeah, it looks really good. Wow. And then I think I'm going to take B1 to blend that out a little bit, just to blend out the very, very edge of that. That looks really good. Wow. So let me wipe the bake off from under my eyes, and then we can use one of these brushes on the lower lash line. And then I think I just need to add some metallics, some eyeliner and mascara, and then I think I'll be done. So I think, let's see what color I want to use on my lower lash line. Maybe let's use that neon green. I think that would be fun. So what brush do I want to go into? Let me go into B2, which is that small pencil brush that's not really tapered very much. I'm going to go into Chemistry, which is that neon green, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. I'm going to use the very top of the brush just to be more precise on my lower lash line. And I'm going to go and do a lot of tapping motions because I want this to pop like that. I'm going to do the same thing to my left eye. Just gonna take the pencil brush and do a lot of tapping motions. All right, so that is it for the mattes and using those brushes. So I'm going to apply the metallics onto my eyes, my lip gloss, eyeliner, mascara, all of that off camera. Then I'm going to give you all a roundup of what I think about this brush set from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. All right, so this is the completed look. Overall, I think my eyeshadow looks really, really good. Of course, I love the palette that I used, but I think these brushes did play a part in it. So I'm definitely going to keep testing out these brushes, using them with different colors of eyeshadows, different formulas of eyeshadows, not just Blend Bunny, of course, to see what I really think of these brushes and provide an overall review of them eventually. So I will either provide a review of these during my product review roundup in November or December, just depends how much I use these during the rest of the month. But so far, I really enjoy them. I think this is a great budget-friendly set, just to have a great set of blending brushes that you can really utilize with colorful eyeshadows and, you know, just make them look nice and effortless. Of course, like I mentioned before, eyeshadow formula has a lot to do with that too. But if you're a painter and you're not using the right tools, it doesn't really matter how talented you are, that painting is not going to come out as good as it could have. And I feel the same way about makeup brushes as well. You know, we're the artists working on our face or working on other people's face, and the brush are the tools. So you got to have the right tools for the job. And I could see these brushes working really well on different kinds of eye shapes as well. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed filming it. If you like this video, please like this video. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm and helps me know what kinds of content you like to see on my channel. If you like me, please subscribe. I would love to have you all here. I post 2 to 3 times a week. And if you have anything to comment down below, any questions on these brushes, any comments on these brushes, maybe you bought them and you have some thoughts as well, I'd love to hear them, and please let me know, and I'd love to chat with you all. And with that, thank you for spending a little part of your day with me, and I will see you all next time.